Virgo. I've been studying your chart since this morning. Well, I also had to do some private readings and trying to connect with your energy, meditating. I'm doing this reading at the end of June, and in a few days we're experiencing a new moon in Cancer, which represents your 11th house, the house that talks about dreams, connections, but not like close-up connections. It's like very broad groups of people, collective groups of people. I mean, and when we experience a new moon, it means that the sun and the moon, you know, are together. So that's the reason why we're not able to see the moon. No, it's like they are both in this part of the sky that is influencing you at this moment, at this present moment. And this is probably something that you might be feeling already since the past week, and maybe something that you're starting to see in the following 4-6 weeks. New chapters in your connections that has something to do with what you want to do right now, with opportunities that you have been attracting. Like, that's also what Venus in your 10th house creates. Venus likes to attract opportunities. Most surely when we're talking about finances, you know, things that maybe you have been working on for some time, but maybe right now is the moment where you are being able to make more out of it, you know, make more of what you have been working on, and starting to see some really profitable results. And this doesn't have to be necessarily materially speaking money, Virgo, but this could just simply be you being in some way or another rewarded. Maybe some people has all this energy, all this new energy that is also touch you in an emotional level, I got to say. I mean, that's what Cancer does. You know, Cancer, mother wound, emotionality, the moon. I mean, it's a sensitive moon. Maybe there are people here that wanting to connect or communicate with you, and this is going to be amplified by the 6th of July when Mercury enters in this 11th house as well. So new chapters in connections that has something to do maybe with your work or with hobbies or things that you do that represent you in this world. It's like the way you represent yourself in this world. And while Mercury enters in this house by the first week of July, it's like the communication is just even becoming no, more and more. No, it's like maybe you're receiving messages, maybe you're receiving information that you're like, whoa, you know, some people that want to work with you or talk to you about certain projects that they have something to do with these dreams you have, or maybe a dream you have, or something that it starts to become as a dream for you. Now, a part of this activation of the 11th and 10th house, Virgo, for me the most important aspect, most surely for you and all earth signs throughout the month of July, and if you don't know what the earth signs are, is Taurus, Virgo, yourself, and Capricorn. So this month of July is going to be quite consequential for the earth signs. And why? So there is this transit that doesn't happen very often. I mean, Mars takes 2 years to enter and touch each sign, more or less. So for Taurus, you know, and this is where Mars is going to enter by the 6th of July, is in Taurus, your 9th house. And it takes around 2 years to be in Taurus again, but the difference of what is happening right now is that not only Mars is there, is that Uranus is there and the North Node as well. So the ninth house and what represents this Taurus house for you. And most surely if you're a rising Virgo, okay, most surely if you're rising Virgo, definitely this is something that might be affecting you even more, I got to say. Virgo, you want to take a bold action regarding maybe this new belief system that you are creating, or it's almost like something that you have been exploring, new ideas, a new world that, Virgo, you want to expand, you want to go beyond certain conceptions you had, and it's just like, for the earth signs, I think this combination is gonna be so positive, this Mars Jupiter conjuncting to the north node. It's just that it might want, it's like you might be even surprised in the way you would want to act here. Why? Because it's like, that's what Mars is. It's like it's a charged activity, something that you want to do, that you feel like pulled to do, while Jupiter is making like a big thing out of it. And maybe this is something about your consciousness, or maybe things that you want to study more, things that has something to do with your, maybe your studies, or wanting to learn, or maybe you wanting to teach. Maybe you're thinking to teach to people something, and maybe until now you didn't feel capable of doing that. Well, man, I mean, now in July, I think this is a moment where you will be surprised on how you will feel that actually this is something that you want to do, and suddenly Virgo finds the energy to take that jump, to the point that you will be like surprised by yourself, Virgo. And maybe this is something that yet didn't happen to you, but I feel it's like inside you have been preparing yourself for it, maybe unconsciously, and then suddenly the opportunity comes, and then Virgo is like doing this bold movement that it doesn't necessarily fit you, something that is like, generally Virgos, they like to calculate things. They want to be very careful with, and more pragmatic in the way they take their actions. They tend to be more reserved, and when they want to do something, they do it, but they take their time, and you want to be very specific in the details, and that's your kind of perfectionism you have, Virgo. Now, you want to be bold. And there might be an opportunity here that is asking you, or is giving you that push to take this action. And it's changing your belief systems, because that's what the ninth house represents in a general level. It's your belief system. So now I want to know what the cards have to say, because we'll get Nine of Swords. And maybe this is in some moments stressing you out, feeling very nervous, not being able to sleep here. What is making you so anxious right now, Virgo? It's like, when I was saying about this action, something that it's like you feel you need to do during this month, or that this is coming, this is a situation that you felt that was gonna happen in some way or another, and you are very anxious about what is going on, because you don't feel like you have time to calculate, Virgo. You don't have time to think about it. This is something that okay, you're gonna have to go for it. Now, you're very stressed. At least now. Okay. The Chariot. The movement. The travel, the trip. You going in, you know that, oh wow. I mean, and for me this is, I mean, this transit of Mars, Jupiter, together with the North Node. You have a call to do something or take an action, and you are, it's almost like you know that there is no other way. Or that's how you feel it, like you know that this is a direction that you really want to, something that you need to do, but you feel it as very challenging right now, Virgo. And it's making you fucking scared. Nine of Swords. Maybe you're so, it's like you are so much up in your head about this. You'd have, I got the feeling with these cards, and by connecting with your chart, I think maybe, you know, maybe I'm connecting here with the Virgo, that you are deciding to go into a long distance trip. Or maybe it's like a trip that is associated to your knowledge. Maybe this doesn't have to be necessarily long in terms of time, or not far in terms of space. But whatever trip you're taking here, you know that this is something that is expanding your knowledge, or taking you beyond what you have been doing until right now. But really, like, important consequences this trip has. It's just like, it gets under your skin. Because there are too many factors here that Virgo cannot control. There are here too many factors that you know, that you feel like you can calculate, Virgo. You can't calculate this. You just can't put all your strength to keep both horses in the same direction while you still are in movement. That's what the Chariot does. And yeah, in some moments, what is feeling, I'm sorry guys, I hope you can see the cards. You know, sometimes with the lighting, I change so much the lighting now at these days where I'm living right now. When you look at the strength as is what is coming in your obstacle, and maybe Virgo, I'm connecting here with a Virgo. He doesn't feel, he, whoever is behind the screen right now, doesn't have the strength to take an important action here. To do something, as I said, an action that is bold. Doing something that is requesting maybe from you to take a risk, Virgo. And in some moments, it's like you're so up in your head about this that you feel like your energy is being drawn. No, like your energy, it's kind of like absorbed by your head. Feeling tired. Feeling all the time that maybe you need some sleep, but you cannot reach any sleep. You maybe are in a period where you get a lot of insomnia. Here, Virgo. The thing is, I mean, I want to know what is coming next before I get advanced with this, you know. Like, Nine of Wands. You're really battling right now. It's like, I don't get that this is an energy that's like what you are, like what is coming, but it's like really what you have been experiencing until right now, or maybe what is you are experiencing right now. For sure, like for me, how I feel it. But you know, you can take it as it better resonates for you, Virgo. Maybe this is talking about something that happened to you a long time ago and now you're reviving it. Or the situation is kind of like reviving what you experienced in the past. But I got the feeling that it's like you know you need to do this, or you're going into a long distance here, doing something maybe far away, I gotta say. But you're struggling with all the things you have to do to get this ready. You're very tired. You're exhausted right now. 9 of Wands with the 9 of Swords. I mean, the 9 of Wands in Tarot, you know, many times we call it the wounded healer. Okay, the wounded warrior. I mean, he's still standing there, Virgo. He's still standing there. He won all his battles, and he's just missing one to get to the final line. Only one. Only one. But it's like the 9. I mean, it's very present in this reading. You have with this 9 of Swords right next to it. It's like I feel like you have taken the decision, but you're in a moment where you are like, whew. And it's mentally, physically as well exhausting. Like too many. It's like you feel that you have to get to, wow, 10 of Wands. The same one that, I mean, obviously, this is how you're coming consciously in the reading, because this is what you want. You want to get to the final line. What Virgo still is in the 9. Virgo is in the 9 one. It's like you're in the 9 of Wands with the 9 of Swords. But how you consciously you are and you're so aware of is, man, I want to get to the fucking 10. It's like when the one that I'm missing, it's coming. When finally this race is over. It's like you're trying to win a race. Now, this could talk to, I mean, maybe this might be resonating regarding your connections or something that you're doing regarding your connections. I gotta say, connected to your work or the project you have, more than just intimate connections, Virgo, as I'm intuitively feeling in this reading. Or maybe this is just about you, and as I said, this work, something that you want to do, that you have been very proactive throughout this period. Something, maybe if it's not work, a hobby, or maybe that trip, that travel, something that you wanted to do for a while, and this is the moment where all the preparations are happening so that you go. Boom. Now, I gotta say, man, I think, Virgo, if you're connecting with this reading, and I suppose you do, otherwise you wouldn't be still watching right now the video, but I feel like you need to chill down a little bit here. It's like something here is telling me, okay, you maybe have to keep on doing whatever you have to do to, you know, get things done, get what you want to do here, but you need to calm down your energy, because it's like I feel like, and you know what is crazy, guys? Just before I start your reading, you know, I mean, today, I mean, it's my day for tarot. And so is the day I do my publications, and I didn't have too much time to do my preparations yesterday. So this morning I started doing my research, meditating in the signs I wanted to work with this week, and then I had 2 readings today, and then I eat something, and then in the moment I was preparing myself for doing your reading, Virgo, I start feeling so tired that I had to lay down on my bed for like 10 minutes. I mean, I'm not the kind of person that does siesta, you know. I like just to be in my bed, you know, when I want to chill, and you know, I love doing that, but generally I'm not able to sleep during the day, generally. But I was suddenly, you know, I got this feeling of so tired, so exhausted, like this, like so fast, that I really had to lay down because I almost felt like all my energy was absorbed. And I started again rechecking your chart, and I'm looking at the scars, and I'm getting this vibe, Virgo. Like you trying to stand up still, you know? Something that is like it's burning you out. You feel a little bit burnout here. Now, this doesn't have to be necessarily like bad. It's just that, of course, 10 of Cups. Now, man, you have 2 9s following each other and 2 10s following each other. Huge progression. And the 10 of Cups in your environment. It's like people, I mean, like the people that you are connecting with throughout this period, these are people that you see as your soul tribe. Or you're starting to understand that maybe as I start speaking, you know, like when we're talking about your 11th house on this Cancer season, you are in a moment where no matter who are these people, you feel that there are people here that really want to support you, Virgo. And you are a huge support to them with this 10 of Cups in the environment. This is people that you see as family, or you see as they could become part of your family, your tribe. Like-minded people. People that you can build memories with, that you could share many things with them. Happy memories, all kinds of memories actually with this 10 of Cups, but it's like an accomplishment of emotions in your environment, you know. You are into action mode, and probably you are doing so many things right now at the same time. Well, at the same time, I feel like, Virgo, you are connecting with a lot of people wanting, no, it's like exchange with you, work with you maybe, engage with you to do these projects or this or that. But I gotta say, I feel like in some moment it's like really it's like you're doing maybe a little bit over too much here. Virgo. It's like you're doing maybe overly too much regarding the situation here. Now, what is coming in the hopes and fears? I mean, by the 13th of July, we're going to experience a full moon in Capricorn, also a fellow earth sign, together with Pluto in your 5th. So, full moon in Cap for you, hopes and fears. You know, look at this, man. You come from, it's like the 10 of Wands. You get to the final line of the race, and then you kind of starting with this magician coming in the hopes and fears. It's like this is what you want the most. They start over. You know, like seeing things that right now is like you arrive to the end of the situation so that you can start again the new one. Something that you wanted to manifest for a long time. But like this action, this is like where you have been, it's like guided to go. And I don't think this is a new action. I think this is an action that you took already in the past, and now it's like you just are in needing to keep of going. No, it's like I need to keep on going. I need to keep on going here. But it's like I got a feeling like you're so close to getting this, to this achievement, to get to this done. that you have lost already it's like you have lost already. It's like, you know, when you do something and you do it so much, or you get so into something, that then you have a difficulty to look really where you are at inside that process, because you got so close that you're not able to see anymore, Virgo. And you know what, I got the feeling that maybe this is really what is happening to you. You have lost perception right now about where you were at regarding this action or this project that you have been putting action, you know, it's like energy into, or maybe this trouble, like this thing that you are doing right now or you have been doing, and you're going through a moment of whoa, I mean, okay, I'm doing this and that and that and that and that, but where I am in all this, like. And this is where Virgo starts feeling out of control, and the stress starts coming, and the nights start getting longer, and then suddenly Virgo starts feeling absorbed, even though all this wonderful energy surrounding you, Virgo. Like, because I see something very beautiful in your environment regarding the situation. Something that you have been creating thanks to this bold action, or like going, no? But, ooh la la, what is happening here, Virgo? The Lovers with the Wheel of Fortune. And there are two more cards that fell here, but they didn't flip, you know, it's like they didn't turn, so I'm not gonna take them, but I always like to show them or see them, Virgo. The Six of Wands with the Page of Swords. Crossroads. You are taking an action that is putting you in a very different situation in your life. And you know there is no backwards. You know that because of what you're trying to do right now, there is something here that it's not gonna be the same anymore for you. There is a life path change, a very important life path change present in your life right now, with these Lovers and Wheel of Fortune coming here, Virgo. Like, and this is something, I mean, as I saw the Six of Wands with the Page of Swords as well, Virgo. You're gonna have to excuse me, I've been like for 2 weeks with a movement. I think that maybe this is something very specific for a Virgo out there. Somebody has a lot of Virgo in their chart, or maybe somebody who's just watching the video and is connecting with this reading, but you are traveling. I feel like you are thinking, or you had already started, or you are planning into taking a trip. But this trip is not just like a vacation trip. This is not just simple holidays. This is something that you know it's gonna mark your life quite importantly, Virgo. Something that you will be discovering or exploring during this trip. Maybe people that you're gonna be meeting. I mean, guys, with this Cancer season and having, you know, in your 11th house, the Sun, and having Mercury, as I said, enters, and this is Gemini, ruled by Mercury as well. Mercury by the 6th of July enters in the 11th house, and by the 18th of July, Venus also enters in your 11th house, while we are still having this transit of Mars and Jupiter together with the North Node in your 9. I mean, people that you might be meeting, or someone maybe that you are meeting, it's while you're traveling, or while you're into an adventure, or while you're doing something, might have a quite important consequence in your life right now, Virgo. And it's weird for me, not that this is weird, but like the energy I'm getting right now is almost, and maybe what I'm feeling is, you get, maybe this is, as I said, I think that this is not, no matter what kind of trip, this is not just a holiday like that, because I feel that there is a lot of preparation needed for whatever you were planning to do here, the movement you wanted to take. And so this created so much worry, and in some moments impatience, and in some moments like you trying to, but I feel that right now you know that this is already done. And it's like the action is like you are arriving somewhere, and suddenly there is this flip of situation happening here, where you suddenly realize that it's like maybe this action that maybe look as something like this, right now something happens that makes it look even bigger. You know, it makes you have a realization, something as you, and the unexpected with this Wheel of Fortune is like that action, something that is coming unexpected, something that is coming like, you know, as a surprise even, that is changing your path and the way you perceive your life right now. And this is maybe in regards to that movement, to something or somewhere where you're going, and suddenly you connect with somebody that offers you a job out of the blue, or somebody that wants to work with you in a project, or suddenly you arrive in a place and you discover, man, I never thought that this was actually a possibility. And suddenly you find it in front of you, and Virgo is like, okay, man, maybe this is actually something I can do, and that I haven't been able to calculate, no, that I haven't been able to plan as I'm used to. Maybe this is something that is completely out of the blue. And while we also have a full moon by the 13th, 14th of July in Cap, no, in this 5th house, whatever is coming here unexpected, and also regarding these connections that you are exploring and you are expanding, Virgo, might be that there is some sense of emotional clarity regarding these connections, something that is happening that is making you have that realization by mid-July or by 3rd, 4th week of July. I mean, time is relative, but you know, but something that you didn't see coming, and it's almost like you know that if you take this decision, or while this is happening, and it's like in front of you, you cannot go back. It's changing you. in a way, Virgo. It's changing probably your beliefs, or the way you relate to people, the way you perceive connections. Definitely. But it's so positive. It's just that right now, I think that maybe right now, you're just in the moment of needing to do something before you get to that point, and everything that you have to do right now is just fucking stress. Now, you know, I'm at 35 minutes, Virgo, and to be honest, I feel like I need to get more specific with this. I would like to get more specific with this. So, then, let's see what this Wheel of Fortune and this Lover is bringing to Virgo, please. What's this Wheel of Fortune and these Lovers represents for Virgo? The Ace of Wands with the Five of Swords. And you know what, Virgo? The Ace of Wands I'm looking at here is a card I saw many times while I was shuffling your cards and I was looking at your astrology before starting your video. And you know, when I was talking about the bold action, doing something that you see as risky, doing something that maybe you know this is taking you to another direction that you didn't see in your cards. This is what I meant. This Ace of Wands. And then this Ace of Wands coming with the Five of Swords. You trying to talk yourself out of it. Because it makes you very nervous. It makes you feel that you are not ready for it. Strength in the obstacle. 10 of Wands in the awareness state. And in the center of the reading, the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Wands. Something that actually could be very fulfilling for you. No matter if this is talking about new connections that, you know, you would like to get more involved with at an intimate level. Maybe it's just at a friendship level or whatever level you want to see it, but or people that you want to work with. Or maybe this is about that project or that trip that you want to take here, Virgo, or something that you want to start studying or doing that is very new for you. This could really be a big chance of getting to the highest level of happiness that you could achieve. And I think that it's quite obvious in your context that this is really what you would like to do, what it would be your biggest desire or wish, where your cups are fulfilled, Virgo. But it's like everything that you have to get done to get to this point, you need to find a way, Virgo, to get it done, but while trying to, it's like trying to, you know, find a way to step out a little bit of this. It's like, okay, maybe you feel still you need to keep on doing this and that, but it's like maybe less obsessive in the details maybe could help. Virgo. It's like maybe something that you are doing overly too much, that maybe it's not really necessary, that it's actually not really helping you. Maybe you thought until right now that this was necessary to do and that, but check that list, Virgo. Check the list, because I feel like many of these things that you're trying to analyze and recheck and redo, maybe there are things that are just taking you time that you don't need to spend in doing. Maybe there is something here that you could just let it go, at least for right now, and still it wouldn't mean that you won't get to the point or that achievement you want. Maybe you find another way of doing something while being able to reserve a little bit more your energy. Because then if you get so exhausted, how you would pretend, you know? It's like, I feel like I need to tell you this, Virgo, because I feel like right now maybe you're in a moment where it's like you're at 250%, and it's okay, you know, why not? But I don't feel like you're living this in the right way right now. I think this is something that in some moments you're like, it's really too much. While there is a lot of enjoyment that is surrounding you right now, and that maybe you're not being fully able to enjoy just because all these that you are like rethinking about, or you know, it's like tricky track in your head. Find a way to calm your mind, Virgo. And most surely, man, when you're gonna get, it's like when we get by the end of July, we enter in Leo season, and this is a moment where you're gonna get more introspective, where you're gonna be, it's like maybe you will want to, it's like find ways, alternative ways to connect with nature, or do things that can help you out to step out of this maybe energy that you have been experiencing until right now. Maybe you want to do some research, more research, maybe this is something you are interested in, but now you find ways that you want to get more involved with astrology or with yoga, or something that you do that has something to do also spiritually speaking for you, and it could be very helpful regarding what you have been going through until right now. Now, something unexpected here is coming, and it feels wonderful, Virgo. It feels like this is something that you are gonna enjoy, or you could start enjoying it right now. Something that you would love to do, or connecting with people that you feel like, man, I mean, this is, you know, the kind of people that you see that they're part of your soul as well, Virgo. But you're gonna have to be very careful in the way you're speaking, it's like to yourself in your mind. Because when you're so stressed, then it's like all your body is into this alarm mode. And then maybe the way you will communicate or the way you will say things, it might get in the middle for these opportunities that might be coming for you right now, Virgo. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Virgos, get some rest. Okay, get some rest if you can. Some time for yourself. And I'm gonna see you soon, Virgos. I'm leaving my information below for any questions or reserving private readings. Take care, guys.